our cats while she. Yes, that's okay.
So official.
It was let me know we're recording. How courteous of it. Yeah, no, I've lost track of how many times I've had to run interference while Caitlin does her podcast stuff, just so the cats don't like jump on the table or start getting into things or scratch at things too much, make too much noise. You know how it is.
Good for you. I applaud you. I'm usually just like, okay, like my kids are upstairs, like, sleeping and stuff. So I think in one episode where the last time I had a co-host, my kids like crawling up the stairs. I left it in. I'm like, I'm not going to try to edit every single thing out. I just can't. Like,
it makes you more relatable. Like everyone's got kids that run up and down the stairs. You know?
Yeah, that's a gremlin child crawling up my stairs there. Well, okay, I know it's late, so we'll get started. I figured I was telling Cameron, like, since it's just the three of us, we can just have a lot of fun. Cameron was kind of asking what my goal was with this, and it's honestly just to have fun. The podcast is like just about sharing resources on how just to feel happier, in real life. And so it's been kind of heavy, serious, the first 4 episodes. And I'm just like, you know what? Like life is fun too. You can laugh at the dark stuff. Like you can laugh at your issues, your problems. You can laugh at it all, honestly. So that's kind of the goal tonight, is just to have some fun. So, all right. Well, I'll do intros first. So Cameron, if you want to introduce yourself, and then Jordan will go to you. So go ahead, Cameron.
Sure. My name's Cameron Carlson. I started MADCAP. Prior to that was CAPS, but it was about 5 years ago. Jordan and I actually were in a play, and the beginning of the conversation actually started when we had no audience whatsoever for a play. We were supposed to be doing it on a Thursday night, and there were 3 people in the audience, and we thought, okay, we're losing something with a theater community and not making a connection to bring an audience in. So we've got to find a way to go out and get an audience and bring the shows to them. And so kind of the beginning conversations of all of this stuff happened with Jordan involved. And so the beginning part of that was trying to figure out then from what should we do and how should we do it, and started with an improv workshop that took place at a community theater, and that was the beginning. So I'm kind of excited about talking a little bit more about that later on tonight.
Awesome. Okay, Jordan, go ahead.
Hi, I am Jordan Geer. I have been doing theater in some way, shape, or form since I was 12 years old. Because everyone noticed that I just had a lot of personality as a kid. They're like, why don't you join drama club? So I did, and I took to it like a fish to water and kind of never looked back. Right now I do improv semi-professionally locally in Wichita, Kansas, with a group called Say What. And then I have been doing these audience interactive murder mysteries with Cameron's group MADCAP for coming up on 4 years now. And I just I like looking for any outlet I can possibly find to perform, because it's just kind of one of those things that, like I said, it's fun. It makes me feel happy. It's something that's collaborative. You get to feel like you're good at something. It's good for the soul.
Definitely. That is, a little bit why I'm kind of like you, Jordan. I've always been interested in theater and never really did it in a professional sense, just kind of took different avenues in life for a while, but it was always something like deep in my soul that I knew that I needed, and, finding Cameron's group through Meetup. Also, it's on Facebook as well. And but I'll let you go over that before we close tonight, Cameron. But, finding those classes were just, I think Cameron could see the excitement in me the first time I attended. I was just like really ready to go and like let out, like you were saying, just kind of let out some of the energy that you have in your day-to-day life. You gotta like let it out somewhere, and so it's a good outlet for that. So okay, Cameron, I'll let you go ahead and take the reins here. and he as my official co-host and lead us in some games.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna have everybody. I think because of the fact that we have limited numbers of people, if somebody does join in, then we'll actually real number. That way, it's a little easier to kind of figure out what's going on. Want to start off with just a game of freeze improv or freeze tag. The way this will work out is you should be able to pause your camera if you're not in the scene. So in the event that we will start off with some sort of a scene that's going to take place between two people, one of us will disappear, and the scene will start with the two people. And when it's time to say freeze, you say freeze, and whoever it is that you want to tag, freeze tag Jordan, and then Jordan would disappear, and I would take Jordan's spot. The one thing with freeze tag, we want to try to assemble our hands however they came out at that point, and that's the beginning of the next scene. But it should be a completely different topic. So whatever has happened in the prior scene, if we end up freezing like this, then somebody assumes that position and then starts a new scene.
Cool.
Okay. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to back out of here, and I'm going to let the two of you start.
All right, cool.
So
do you want to give us a basic suggestion then, Cameron, to start with?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually start with physicality here. So okay. Let's see, Raquel, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
I had a egg and cheddar sandwich.
Okay, try to make an E with your hands.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, very good. And Jordan, what did you have for lunch?
My Chinese leftovers.
Okay, make a C for Chinese. Perfect. Okay, and begin.
I can almost see you all the way over there. I need you to come a little closer.
Okay. Well, the thing is I'm stuck, so I was yelling for your help, actually.
Oh, you were yelling for my help. Okay. I'll head right over.
Okay. I'll try to put my head in further. Is that like?
I think it's working. You're coming in a little clearer now. How'd you get stuck in the first place? It seems like a really weird predicament.
Well, I was kind of peeking through your fence here.
Your what?
Yeah. Do you have like peanut butter?
Peanut butter?
It's like for stuck heads and things like that.
Yes, that is definitely the first thing I think of when I think of peanut butter. You were spying through my window because you need my peanut butter.
Yes, exactly.
Did you get some gum in your hair or something?
I think I'm getting a little. Oh, that's better. I guess I wasn't stuck at all. Oh, hi.
Hello. It's lovely to meet you. Why are you in my yard?
I need peanut butter.
Freeze, Jordan. I'm trying to figure out the right words to say what I'm feeling.
Just let it out. That's what you got to do. You just got to let it out. Let the emotions out of you. Okay. Just talk to me.
Okay. All right. So I was with this person, and I guess we've been dating for a while, and I really appreciate Dr. Rainier that you're able to do all of these wonderful pieces of advice, and I just really appreciate you as a person.
Absolutely, George. I'm here for you. I encourage you to go out and spread your seed and explore and go on many dating adventures. Yes.
Well, that's exactly what I've been working toward, and I almost asked somebody out the other day.
Well, and you do that then. Do that. Do that. And
that was the problem. I was gonna try as hard as I could to ask, and then I just didn't have the courage.
Then you write the letter. You write the letter and you send it. Send it off in the ocean. Put it in a bottle and put it in the ocean, and it will come to you. It will come back to you. I promise. I promise. I promise. Do it like that. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna. You're
Freeze,
telling me,
Raquel. All right, Jimmy, listen to me. We're getting a lot of returns on these dividends, but we got to keep investing if we want to go to the moon. All right?
Yeah, I know. I went over to try to figure out exactly how we were going to get enough fuel to do the launch.
The trick is you don't ask for permission, Jimmy. What you got to do is you just got to throw it out there, all right? You take the currencies, you take the fiats, you take the assets, you take the investments and the portfolios, and you take everything and you just take it up to the moon. That's
right.
What you
Yeah, I completely agree with you. The only issue really is that there's just not any fuel.
Now, Jimmy, in this metaphor, I'm going to explain to you what exactly our fuel is. Now, see, our fuel in this metaphor is all of the people that we're going to get along with us to believe in our product, which is going to get them to invest in our product, which is going to make our product return more dividends, which is going to take us to the moon.
Right. And I understand that. It's just that I literally was trying to do the budget, and I thought maybe we should budget for fuel, and there's no fuel available.
Jimmy, there is no such thing as a budget when you're trying to go to the moon. Budgets are for peasants. Budgets are for people that want to live in the day-to-day and work 40 hours a week and don't want to go to the moon. You understand what I'm saying here, Jimmy?
Yeah, I got you. I'm right with you, man. Right with you.
Exactly. Right. That's the kind of attitude you need when you want to go to the moon, Jimmy.
That's exactly it. Okay, well, I really, really appreciate this, Horace. I really do.
That's what I'm here for, Jimmy. I wouldn't be anywhere without you.
Yeah, I tell you what, if my sister hadn't met you, I don't know what I'd be doing with my life right now.
Oh, Alice, she's been real good to me. She's been real good to me, Jimmy. I got to tell you, if it weren't for her, I don't know if I'd be on the moon or not.
Yeah, well, I never knew that that she even met you until I met you myself. So that's great, and I'm following your lead.
That's the magic of dating apps, Jimmy. You never know when someone's going to meet each other. You never know when you're going to have 25 mutual friends that just pop up out of nowhere like little kernels of popcorn. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so I'm kind of following your lead here on getting the fuel, and and I'm working on selling dividends, right, and getting the portfolio up.
All sounds wonderful, Jimmy. Those are all definitely money terms. And you know what? People are going to believe in you. You sound confident.
Right.
That's
okay. Well,
here, Jimmy.
Right. And I think we ought to probably have a strategy.
Right.
Getting donors.
Right.
Okay.
Saying the right words, Jimmy. I'm going to trust you on this one. Tell me your strategy. I believe in you. I can see the light bulb clicking on right now, Jimmy.
Jordan freeze. Or Cameron freeze, I'm sorry. Honey, I just don't think that we can feed the birds like this anymore.
Do you think the sock puppet needs to be more realistic?
Yeah, I think maybe I think, there's no eyes. How are the birds going to think it's their mother if, you've got to put food in the puppet too, babe.
That's a really good point. So here, I'll take a couple of Susie's macrame beads that fell off her project at school. And there's our eyes, okay?
I care about these birds more than our children. I don't want them to die.
I've got this little bendy straw here from Susie's juice box in her lunch. I'm sure she's not going to use that. And look, now I got a feeding tube and eyes so the little birds can eat from their mama.
Can you feed them from your mouth?
You want me to feed the birds from my mouth?
Yes. That's how their mother would feed them. Don't you want to mother them? Please.
That would be a much more intimate experience. You're absolutely right. I didn't think of that. Oh my God. You must have read so many bird mothership journals and so many. Oh my goodness. So let's see. I'll just take little Susie's peanut butter sandwich. I'm sure she's not gonna need that.
Okay.
I use the bird puppet like it's one of the baby birds. So you don't want to eat like this.
I have an idea. You can, yes, that would be perfect. Yes. Now I feel like you really care now in our relationship. Seeing you do that, it makes me feel like you're there for us as a family and our birds, you know.
Exactly. The birds are the most important thing in our life. There's nothing more valuable to our life than taking care of these birds.
Well, they are dinosaurs, babe.
They are
dinosaurs, and our little girl loves them. So, you know, we've got to, right? We have a little girl. We've got to take care of the birds. So.
Oh, right. Yeah. We have a little girl. Anyway, back to the birds.
Okay, so what did they do today? Tell me everything.
Okay, so the red-bellied watercress, they were hopping up on a little tree next to the window, and I could have sworn they were singing for us. They were making these little noises first thing in the morning, just their little chirp, 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 chirps. I felt like a Disney princess, you know?
Did you tell?
Freeze, Jordan. Trying to get into his position. Get here. Honey, I really think we need to not get another dog.
Please.
Sweetie, it's just the dog it's lovely. It really is lovely. And I just think, you know, we should really be careful in our apartment.
I just feel like I don't know who you are, and I love fostering dogs, and it makes me happy. And do you want me to be happy?
I do. I want you to be happy, but there's a rule here at the lease that says that we can have only 2 pets, and right now we have 6. And I just think the dog that you brought home today just needs to go back to where you found it.
I thought you need to go to the leasing office and tell them what we're doing. Explain to them that we're fostering. I cannot believe what you're asking me to do right now.
I just think 6 is too many, and we're going to get in trouble. The neighbors keep knocking on the walls, and I just think it's time we just kind of stop bringing in new foster pets.
Okay. Yeah, we'll stop. We will stop being present in your life every day.
No,
I just 7 dogs, because I found another one today.
Honey, we have to draw a line. I knew this.
You know, I can't have children.
I know, and I think it's really lovely that you wanted to kind of decide to adopt dogs. I think it's great, but the idea was foster, which means they're only here for a few days, and then you give them to somebody else, and you're not giving them away. You're just collecting.
Well, do adopted children just get thrown back out in the street?
No, that's
they're being fostered. Like, is that what you're asking me to do to these dogs right now?
No, I'm saying that the word foster means it's a temporary situation. It does not mean long term, and you're not really adopting. You're just kind of hoarding the dogs.
I'm waiting for somebody to take them in. I'm waiting for them to have a home.
Right, but you're not the thing that you're supposed to also do is post that you have the dog and make it available, so that everybody on the website would know how cute and cuddly the dog is, so that they would go over to their house.
Well, you know, we decided on open adoptions. So yes, we're going to choose the families that they go to.
Raquel. I'd really like to thank you for joining me for Zoom yoga. I know it's probably not the best for a full body workout, but
no,
you know, we're gonna have the healthiest necks and shoulders that anyone's ever seen.
Yes. Yes, I really, really appreciate your invitation.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you kind of just they kind of let you be your own instructor. You know, if you feel like something needs to stretch, you just stretch it. Like you can stick an arm way up in the air, put it out to the side, and it's just like it feels natural as long as it doesn't involve your legs, because you know people don't see your legs on Zoom.
I'm so lucky to be on this computer team with you.
I'm lucky I don't have to be wearing pants right now.
You know, I didn't need to know that.
Oh, are you kidding, man? TMI is like the centerfold of everything with yoga.
Well, you know, to be honest with you, I'm not wearing pants either.
There you go. See, it's just so open and freeing. You're like it feels like you're just gliding on air.
Yeah, it's a little weird to be talking to somebody while I'm stretching without pants, but you know, I do appreciate the fact we're taking a break from work, and you know, I do think it'll get the juices flowing.
Exactly. It really helps you to, you know, knock down those social norms. Like everyone tries to tell you your whole life that you can't talk to another guy while neither of you are wearing pants over Zoom. You know, here we are. We're making a change in the world. We're teaching the generation that these kinds of things are okay.
You know, it kind of reminds me of what my grandfather used to say about going to the steam bath. I mean, I never really understood the idea, but you know, a whole bunch of men, you know, sweating together, that just didn't seem to bother. I mean, it just
exactly. And then you have like the bathhouses in Japan where, you know, they're all just, you know, taking baths together. It's such an intimate experience. They don't care that they're naked. They don't care about what society says you're supposed to do or what you're supposed to wear or not wear around people. They just enjoy each other's company, and they just relax, and they feel so much healthier because of it. And they live to like, God, those Japanese old men, they live to like what, 160?
Right, exactly. And I don't think I'll ever quite get to that level, but I do appreciate
Cameron
that.
Freeze. Hi, my friend, she was at your window yesterday. I know I'm getting you in a compromising position. You're like stuck here. Sorry.
Friends of Peanut Butter Lady?
Yes. I needed to ask you some questions. Well, really not ask you, but confirm some things. You're single, based off of the information gathered.
Are you a cop? You're supposed to tell me if you're a cop.
No, I'm her best friend. I'm sorry. I'm her best friend. I'm just.
Cops can be best friends. Best friends can be cops.
No, I'm not a cop. I am a best friend who's not a cop. I don't even know a cop.
PI?
No.
All right.
What does PI stand for?
Private investigator.
No, I'm not that. I'm not a private. No, I'm not that. I'm not a private investigator. No, I'm a friend. I'm a friend investigator. I'm an FI. Anyways, so you're single based off of what we know. And you have peanut butter, right?
I used to have peanut butter until your friend needed it for her hair. Now I need to go to the store to get more peanut butter.
Okay. Yeah, you should keep that on hand for sure. A lot.
Yeah, I never know when, you know, people are going to start creeping through my windows, stalking my property.
Well,
peanut butter.
Stalking is a really relative term. I think she was being neighborly and welcoming, and right now, like her sending me to you is just like like an olive branch, you know, a gesture.
She was being friendly and neighborly by taking my peanut butter.
Yes, I mean, don't you ever ask for sugar or flour from your neighbor?
Maybe in the 1950s.
Well, you know, she's a 1950s kind of gal. There you go. You've like pinned it for sure. She's ready for, yeah, like she wants to know if you'll marry her. That's really what I came here to ask.
So how old fashioned are we talking then here? Like, are we talking so old fashioned I need to give some old guy a dowry to get her? Or do I need to like take him a pig?
No, she wants you to marry her and let her stay home and have 7 children.
So by children, do you mean like human children or like dog children or like bird children?
No, like human children. No, human. And she wants to homeschool. And like, so I'm here to relay all this message to offer you this gift. Really, I mean, she's your neighbor and she's been your neighbor for 5 years. And I think it's I think you kind of owe it to her. She's been a great neighbor. And so, I mean, she couldn't ask you yesterday. She was way too embarrassed. So she sent me.
She sent you to offer me the gift of a wife.
Yes.
Who's going to stay in my house.
Yes.
With 7 other humans.
Yes.
Probably also take my peanut butter.
Well, peanut butters.
So I wrote the letter that you said that I should write.
Yes. Okay. Good. How, and tell me what happened. Tell me.
I haven't sent it yet.
Oh, okay. So you did not put it in the bottle and you did not put it in the ocean.
Yeah, I was getting ready to, but I wanted to go over the letter with you before I toss my future into the ocean.
Okay. You can do that. You can do that. Go. I want to hear. Listen.
Okay. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. It's a little embarrassing. Okay.
Don't be embarrassed. This is a safe space. It's in my office, and don't. It's gonna go to the ocean and come back to you. Speak.
And if I say it out loud, it's gonna happen. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I promise. I told you.
Right.
Did you hear me? I said yes.
Okay. All right. Dear doctor, I find your accent very, very attractive. And I really would like to take you to coffee and enjoy spending time with you. And I would like to see if you would be interested in joining me for coffee.
Is that your letter? Is that what
yes.
you? Okay. It's okay. It needs work. But you do it. It's your heart, right? You put it in the bottle and you put it in the ocean and you send it off, and it. Mm-hmm. And that's what I say.
Okay, and I just toss it, but the letters to you. How am I gonna make sure that
it takes time? It takes time. You don't know. It could be yes. It could come back to me, and I say, "Oh my gosh, George, it's you all the time," and I don't even know. But you got to put it in the ocean first. You got to send it away, and it come back, and that's how it. You got to go through the process. Okay, you can't skip the process. No, can't do that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Put it in the ocean.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Grace, Cameron. I'm having some trouble reaching this thing up here. I know it's kind of embarrassing to ask, but could you help me reach this thing?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Here you go.
Thank you. It's hard out here for short people.
Tell me about it. I'm 5'3", but I wear heels all the time, so I'm able to reach things.
I wish I could be 5'3". I envy you.
And how tall are you?
Oh, five, 4 to 5. Yeah, 4 or 5.
Okay, it's all right. Yeah, you like organic salsa?
Yeah, it's good for the environment. I learned about it in this online yoga thing I was taking a while back. They taught us all about like dieting better, and they wanted to have us try organic things, which I mean, I don't understand how vegetables can not be organic. Like they're still vegetables either way.
Yeah. Right. I know. I totally get it. You did yoga with that guy who does like bottomless bathhouses? Is that?
Yeah, it was about like deconstructing social norms and something that I learned in college. Probably it was really hard getting out of my comfort zone a lot during those sessions because it was trying to make me do a lot of things that I wasn't really used to doing, and I'm not sure how I felt about that.
That is like super Renaissance of you and like total modern emotional man. I'm digging it.
Well, the modern day is all about sophistication and being in touch with your feelings and all that stuff that they advertise on the news. It's just it's what the kids are into these days.
That is so cool to hear. I'm totally digging what you're saying, and I think you're like on the head. You know what I mean? Like for sure. Yeah.
I definitely try to be as on the head as possible. I mean, it helps to keep on top of things when it's on the head rather than like on the feet or on the knees. You can't really be on top of something that's on your lower half.
You gotta be at the total like your highest self. You know what I mean? You gotta be like at the top, and it sounds like you're doing. What's your name?
Oh, I'm
Wait, let me guess. Okay. Jack. Is your name Jack?
How did you do that?
I'm an empath, so I can totally just know things, basically.
When's my birthday?
Okay. Let me just like look into your eyes for a second. Okay. You're a Scorpio. November 3rd. Jack born on November 3rd. And it was a full moon. Yeah, for sure. Our chart, like our stars aligned. I can see it. Like, actually, I am a private investigator.
A PI?
Yeah. I'm a PI. I know I don't like seem like a PI, but I am. And I like totally chose that journey for me. So, but yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
You just go around taking pictures of people when they don't know it.
I don't do that because like that is messing with people's auras, and I don't do that. Not in my spare time.
Then what do you investigate?
Well, on the job only. So like my PI self is my PI self. And then like outside of that, I'm myself, because we cannot be chained down by our jobs. We have to have purpose outside of it. So it's like, no. And I can't talk about it anyway. So
wait, so if you were, but you guessed my name and my horoscope and what the moon was when I was born. Yeah. But you just said that you don't do that investigating stuff if you're not on the clock.
Well, I don't use my technology. I only use my empath skills. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot to take in.
Oh my gosh, Jack, this has been great. I feel like we just had a first date.
Wait, was this a date? Do I need to like buy your groceries now or something?
No, we can split the bill this time. I will get my own groceries.
I've got my salsa.
Okay, I have my salt. Cheers to salsa.
Okay. Yeah, cheers to salsa. I guess I'll just.
Should I drink it? Okay.
And free. Good. All right, that was fun. Kind of a little bit of freestyle callback. That was good. A couple things going on there.
I love intertwining previous scenes like that.
Me too.
That was fun. Original plan, but I always like the little meta callbacks and stuff.
Right, that was fun. That was really good. Yeah. So next thought I had would be to do a one word at a time story.
Okay.
So we'll see kind of how that goes. We need a location for the story.
Okay. And just like a heads up, we got about 30 minutes. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so we'll make
this
a pretty quick one.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The Olympics are coming up next month. How about we're at the Olympics?
Okay, I like the Olympics. All right.
Yeah.
There's got to be some sort of endangered animal at the Olympics. What would you suppose that would be?
Orcas.
Orca. Okay. All right. So this is an orca that's at the Olympics. And the orca's name is
Jessica.
okay. Jessica the orca wants to go to the Olympics. This is the name of the story. All right, so we're going to do this in alphabetical order. We'll say it's going to be Cameron, Jordan, Raquel. Does that make sense?
Okay, we just go right in a line anyway. So.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Once
Upon
A
time
there
happened
to
be
in
orca
who
really
wanted
to
attend
the
Olympics.
her
main
Goal
was
to
qualify
for
the
shot
put
team.
for
orcas.
However,
she
Jessica
wasn't
from
land.
therefore
she
Didn't
understand
countries
that
would
allow
orcas,
to
compete
but
Jessica
disguised
herself
as
a
drag queen.
drag queens
primarily
Live
in
oceans
with
many
other
lands.
Jessica
claimed
Her
heritage
from
Ireland.
the
Irish
Shot put
team
was
really
impressed
with
Jessica's
performance
and
Olympian
medals
would
get
in
Ireland's
museums.
the
Irish
Government
decided
Jessica
and
all
orcas
would
definitely
be
citizens.
Jessica
allowed
Her
dignity
to
be
compromised
in
Oceans.
Jessica.
Regretted.
The sorry.
Okay. Attending.
The
Olympics.
For
many
reasons.
And
she
apologized
to
many
orcas.
Jessica
wanted
forgiveness
and
loving
affection.
She
took
advantage
of
the
Irish
people.
The
Irish
folks
danced
forgivingly
when
Jessica
revealed
that
she
was
an
imposter
and
orca.
The
government
arrested
Jessica
and
tortured
for
Jessica
for
several
years.
Now
Jessica
as
expired
poor Jessica. Okay, the moral of the story is
moral of the story is if you're a whale, don't disguise yourself as an Irish shot put member.
very good. All right, and
you could quite possibly endanger your whole species.
How many times I tried to get that to end well for Jessica and it just kept getting worse.
I know.
You wanted forgiveness, then they tortured her. then the orcas forgave her, and then she revealed herself to the government. Like
poor Jessica.
Poor
Jessica.
Poor Jessica. Oh, that was a story. That was good. All right.
That was good.
Okay, so the next thing I want to try to do is called a space object monologue, and the idea behind a space object monologue is that you're going to be given some sort of an occupation, and then you're to have somebody will give you an object, and then you create your own monologue about those two things, the occupation with the object.
Okay.
So everybody else's cameras will be off while you're performing.
Okay.
I feel like I went first last time.
Let's see here. I could go first. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. So I need an occupation.
You are a high school science teacher.
Okay, high school science teacher. And what's an object that a high school science teacher wouldn't normally have?
You have a carrot.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. High school science teacher with a carrot. Good morning, class. I'm very, very, very excited to share with you this little piece of orange goodness that I was able to cultivate. And it's some people might look at it and think it looks like a pen, but it's really it's much more than that. It's something that if you go into your dirt and you find this long object pulled out of the dirt, you will notice the aroma of the earth that will enjoy its aroma for years. So I just want everybody to notice that this carrot means a lot to me. My parents had this huge garden when I was growing up, and the carrot means a lot to me because it reminds me of my family, how we would in the summers. My parents were both teachers too, and we would go out and do all kinds of things together, and planting and weeding the garden. And my dad had these really exciting prize carrots. So when you see this carrot, it really means much more than just an odd science experiment gone awry in the midst of our lab here at the school. It really is a representation of me and my family and all the time that we spent together when I was a kid. So just be very careful today as you're starting to consider and look at the carrot. I want you to be very careful about when you dissect the carrot to be very respectful and recognize that there's more to life than just hurrying up to get a good grade. All right. Well, okay. So everybody get your carrots, and we'll start with the dissection. Okay, who's next?
I'll do it. All right, so give me a job.
Let's see here. How about a scuba diver?
A scuba diver, okay. And Raquel, what is the least likely thing a scuba diver would ever possibly have on their person?
A balloon.
A balloon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me paint you a cautionary tale. Do you know why we dedicate so much time to exploring space and wondering what's out there beyond the planet Earth? It's because if we looked closer to home, if we looked at what was directly below us in the depths of the ocean, we'd be a lot more frightened than we were of anything out there. You may wonder what the balloon is for, and trust me, I'll get to that. You see, when scuba divers, when we plunge down into the cold, pressurized depths below us where even the warm sunlight of day might not reach, we only have with us a limited amount of air. Without that air, life itself would float away from us like a Portuguese man-o'-war. And so you think to yourself, in those moments, what would I do if I ran out of air thousands of meters below the surface? How would I survive? How would I make it back to my wife, to my children, to my 35 Instagram followers? Well, see, that's where this little balloon comes into play. Now, you got to make sure that this isn't one of your birthday party balloons. You don't fill this up from one of those tanks that makes you sound all high pitched like a little chipmunk. Like this, you don't want to sound like this when you suck from a balloon. No, this is going to be your own air, your own life. See, when you're down there and your own scuba diving gear has betrayed you, the only thing you can rely on is the own air from your lungs. You're going to take this balloon. You're going to suck on it. You're going to bite down and pierce that rubber, that latex. And you're going to give yourself one last breath of life so that you can make it back up to the surface and you can return home to your wife, to your kids, to that scuba diving class and you teach on the weekend. And yes, even to your, I have 36 followers now. So let that be a cautionary tale to you. When you want to go scuba diving, when you want to explore the dark, wet, unknown, always be prepared.
Well done, both of you. All right, guys, it's my turn. So, Cameron, what's my occupation?
How about a cocktail waitress?
Okay. And Jordan, what is an object that a cocktail waitress would be very unlikely to have?
A chinchilla.
Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. I know we're at the evening meeting here for Jazz 54. And, you know, I know that I brought my pet again, but I would really like to take this time since everybody's here. And I know that it's a manager meeting, but I just want to take this time to address my pet situation. So first of all, this is a chinchilla and it's an exotic animal. And it is also my comfort animal, prescribed to me by my therapist. So I'm going to just talk about why I love this animal and what makes it my comfort animal. So when I was in college, I taught at a preschool and we had a class pet and it was a chinchilla. And I remember seeing all the kids come into class every day, so excited to see the chinchilla. And like, they could care less about us, the teachers, at all. They wanted to see the chinchilla, and it lived in this little tree house that had a slide that the kids would go down. And it was just, I loved seeing the chinchilla. That's like the only reason why I went to work every day also, was to see the chinchilla. And it's just so sweet. And it's like a dog, but better because it's an exotic animal. Anyways, so my favorite thing about the chinchilla is it's soft, it's cuddly, and it's gentle. And it is really chill and super relaxed, and that helps keep me relaxed. And I learned all of this through being a teacher and seeing how the chinchilla behave with kids. So now that I've got that all out in the open, I hope that everybody can accept me and my chinchilla. And if you need comfort, you can feel free to come and pet the chinchilla, because they are very social animals and they really enjoy being loved on. So I think that this, instead of being my comfort animal, should now be a company comfort animal. And I think we can provide a better culture and work experience if we just accept this chinchilla as the new comfort animal, not just for me, but for all employees. And that's about my chinchilla.
Very nice job. Good job, everybody. Yeah,
that was good. That was a lot of fun. Well, I guess we can do some, I don't know, do you want to wrap it up, Cameron, and kind of talk about some of the things that we've got going on coming up? And you can do the same, Jordan, on your end of things in Wichita. So yeah, I'll let you guys kind of take it from here. Go ahead, Cameron.
Sure. Yeah. One of the things that Jordan mentioned earlier, we do a lot of murder mysteries, and we kind of have been doing some in historic hotels. So we've got 2 bookings coming up. One of them is this Saturday over in Marion, Kansas, over at the historic Elgin Hotel. The script is based on a speakeasy that is having to try to figure out what to do when they turn a coffee shop into something after coffee has been prohibited. So the idea behind the murder mysteries is that there's a main character that gets kind of snuffed out at the very beginning, and we investigate. Investigator comes back in and tries to figure out the death of that person, and uses the audience interaction to be able to try to find out who the killer is for that evening. So it's been a lot of fun. So we've been at that for just about 5 years, and we've been excited to kind of play in multiple locations. Our company has right around 950, almost 1,000 people that have seen different shows that are on our mailing list, and so we typically send that out when we're getting ready to be in an area, particularly if that area doesn't have a sellout. So we typically sell out when we do these events. So it's been kind of exciting to do that. Also in Kansas City, we've been doing some improv classes at Lenexa Rec Center. It's been very exciting to kind of see how MADCAP is starting to evolve, and we're starting to get into the point where we're doing breaking a little bit away from our normal routine of that into longer form improv shows. So we're excited about that opportunity once it starts getting together. We've got a couple of venues that we're working toward and with for potentially doing a little bit of piloting in February, and hopefully we'll be into a situation where we have a regular following coming up in the near future. But classes are open for anybody. We do a drop-in class at 6 o'clock on Tuesday. You're welcome to come in at any time. And then we do a short form kind of class at 6 o'clock, then a long form class, which is more long scenes with the assistant characters that starts around 7:30. So hope to see people out there.
Thanks, Cameron. Yeah. And Jordan, if you want to share anything, go for it.
I mean, just kind of like what I was saying earlier, my improv group based in Wichita, Say What. You can find us on Facebook at Say What ICT. We do shows at a local comedy club in Wichita called the Looney Bin the last Saturday of every month. We have a recurring residency there at the moment. Besides that, yeah, just the only other thing I'm doing right now is Cameron's murder mystery show. So, if anyone watching or listening to this gets a chance to come check us out, then come check us out.
Yeah. Okay. Should we say goodbye in our character in the show? Because I guess I should mention all three of us are in a show together coming up this Saturday. And it's like Cameron talked about, it's a murder mystery based in a speakeasy where coffee is being prohibited. Do we want to say goodbye in our character?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming out tonight. And I just want to say that it has been such a pleasure to have you on my podcast tonight during these sessions. And okay, Jordan, go ahead and say goodbye to everybody. I want to hear it.
Now listen, when I jumped onto this thing, I thought we were going to be talking about the Musica Journey. I listened to them a lot in high school. I had their greatest hits CD stuck in my '98 Mustang. But I had a great time regardless, and I really hope that everyone enjoyed listening to us have our fun here tonight.
Cameron, go ahead. I want to hear. Tell me goodbye.
So I'm thinking, I was very excited about the idea that we would be working together tonight, and it's very exciting because I have this great idea of turning the coffee shop into something that's a little bit more presentable. So I hope everybody enjoys, just from my Italian ancestry, a nice, tasty snack of gelato. So please come on out, get some gelato, and I really enjoyed having some time with you tonight. Take care,
Even
everyone.
if you don't like hazelnuts.
Hazelnuts are good.
Order the hazelnut gelato, okay? That's what you've got to do. All right, guys, I'm gonna say goodbye here.
All right, sounds good.
Good night.
Right,
Thank you so much.
Good night.
Bye.